CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
You're looking live and down at the... Now it's ended.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Anthony is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in at the 4 slot. Leonard looking around. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
Jackson finds George. Here's Zubac. Here's George. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. About a minute played so far here in the first. Batum passes to Leonard. And the 3 ball is good.
The confidence Leonard shows from range now. You wouldn't know it was once a weakness.
Outside Anthony. Back to Lillard. From deep 3-point range. It's hauled in by George.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Anthony against Batum. George looking around. Clock at 6. Pass to Zubac. Over Lillard. Zubac no good. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Stolen by Jackson. Here's George. Good on the bucket.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
You know what? We see this time and time again. Turnovers lead to a break and then points at the other end.
Here's Lillard. Paul George making his last shot. Lillard left side, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Here's Lillard. The pass to Covington. The tray. Drills it from outside. Covington's got 5 points so far.
Have to guard Covington at all times from outside the arc. He is lethal from deep.
Taken away by Anthony. Covington with it. Leonard picks him up. Nobody near Lillard. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
George against Powell. And George kicks to Jackson. Passes it to Zubac. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Nurkic. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Powell for 3. Anthony, the pass to Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Just 5 to shoot. To the paint. Powell, that's good.
Great dish from Nurkic there. He really has a 6th sense for those reads.
Jackson against Lillard. Outside for George. Back to Jackson. Now the feed to George. Fades. Outside Jackson. Outside for George. Can they get it? And it's good on the way in. George has got his second bucket.
They're getting him shots in his spots. That's understanding your personnel.
Lillard scanning the floor. Anthony, the pass to Lillard. To the middle, Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Now, here is George. Here's Zubac. Batum finds George. Back to Batum. Down low. Powell with the steal. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. And it's Lillard missing. Now the Clippers moving it up. Outside Jackson. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Trailblazers out in front, leading by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
On the floor for Portland, Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Jones. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Outside Rondo. Anthony with the block. And is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Morris kicks to Kennard. Six on the shot clock. On the left block. Nice move.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
The first free throw is good.
When you look at Luke Kennard's free throw percentage, if you're the defense, you might want to keep him away from the line.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Here's Simons. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Jones finds McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Jones. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Jones has got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Oturu's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 6. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. McCollum against Kennard. Picked his pocket. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Here's Simons. Jones, the pass to Kanter. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Clippers trail by 6. Rondo looking around. Passes it to Oturu. Nice move. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness?
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Goes back up, and it's Jones laying it in. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Jackson from long range. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Powell, he's jacked in for Jones. George with the ball. From downtown. The shot off that time. And it's Portland the other way. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball. And now it's Giles running. He can go all the way. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Ever the opportunist, McCollum probing for a weakness, finds one and exploits it.
Rondo against Lillard. Now here's Rondo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Zubac. Batum trying to break loose. Kicks it out to Leonard. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is up and in. Leonard's got 5 now.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. He's got 5.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Here's Rondo. Off the inbound. No good.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. Dame Lillard, a player who's improved every year he's been in the league. Guys, and that'll.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 9-point game. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Lillard outside. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Leonard. And here is Los Angeles now. Jackson drives in. The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Jones.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Here's the lob to the hoop.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
And George, here we go. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
Norman Powell's checked in for the Trailblazers.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
Lillard dishes to Powell. He kicks it to Nurkic. lets it go from 14. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Lillard's got 9.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility, and boy, he can strike at any time.
Now the pass to Zubac. Back to Jackson. Clock at 6. Passes it to Zubac. And it's sent back by Lillard. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. There's the triple. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Lillard outside. Anthony kicks to Powell. Feeds it to Nurkic. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Outside, George. Lets it go from deep. It's a hand on it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Lillard against Leonard. To the inside. Here's Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. Three-pointer, Lillard. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
Here's George. And it's good. 2 points. George has got 9.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
Pass to Powell. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter of the game. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Pass to George. And it goes down 2 points.
Ever since halftime, he's had his eyes on the basket and just crushing it right now.
Lillard finds Powell. Back to Lillard. From deep three-point range. That shot off. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Leonard. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Portland leading by 9. Powell, the pass to Anthony. Now, here's Nurkic. Zubac defending. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. Kicks to Powell. Anthony nowhere around. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 8 rebounds in this game. And Leonard gets it to go.
Driving with a purpose. Leonard shakes off the hit, maintains focus, count it.
Lillard against Leonard. Lillard outside. Hits it from three-point range. Lillard's got 10 points here in the second half. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Norman Powell is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Covington in at the 3. And he gets it to go. Nurkic has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Trailblazers. Rondo against McCollum. Nurkic with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. A different look now for Portland. Harry Giles comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Simons in for Powell. Morris passes to Oturu. Kennard with the ball. The rebound by Giles. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. For three, Covington. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And the pass to Giles. Here's Morris. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markeith, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's Simons. Kennard covering. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Kennard for 3. No good on that one. Trailblazers leading by 12. And here's Kanter. And here's McCollum for 3. Offensive rebound. And Kanter able to finish.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Kanter gives your team found points off misses.
Here's Rondo. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Pulls up, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. Clippers trail by 11. Rondo finds George. Now Zubac. He's covered by Kanter. Now George. Here's Leonard. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Inside. Kicks it out to McCollum. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Three-pointer. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there time and time again.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Lillard fires away from way outside, and Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Clippers trail by 12. It's George on the wing. The shot. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And Lillard kicks to Kanter. And here's Covington from the arc. The shot's good from Kanter. Kanter's got the lead up to 14 now for the Trailblazers. The Clippers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Trailblazers.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Lillard.
high-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
And the first one drops.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
Powell against George. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game. There's 47 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Lillard against Leonard. Lillard attacking. Here's Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And the Trailblazers lead by 14. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. George against Powell. Leonard on the wing. Here's George. That one wide left. Lillard outside. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him. Coming right up, the Mavericks. 2K Sports brings you the NBA on a D8.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Josh Richardson. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Trailblazers, Damian Lillard out there with Powell. Then it's Robert Covington. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Giles in at the 4.
I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff. And guys, they know he's going to finish off the lob in style. Porzingis and his teammates connecting on target.
Now here's Powell. Nurkic finds Powell. Portland moving the ball around. Can't cash in from close range.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
That one good for 2. Porzingis has got his second basket.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now here's Powell. Giles the pass to Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Dallas has come out of the gates quickly. 4-point game. Doncic against Lillard. Doncic outside. 6 to shoot. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Jones checked in for Robert Covington. Here's Porzingis. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And it's 6 points for Porzingis. Porzingis has gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Jones looking for an opening. Powell down low. Richardson cover. A second chance effort. And Nurkic lays it in.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Poked loose. Doncic kicks to Richardson. Porzingis against Nurkic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Melly is checked in for Cauley Stein. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Nicolo Melli. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Now here's Lillard. It's Powell on the wing. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Brunson. Back to Hardaway. Outside Redick for 3. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are the guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. And the shot is good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's Powell. And Giles now top of the key. Lillard from outside. That one no good. And it's Dallas the other way. And the wide open shot from Redick. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Trailblazers trail by 7. And the dunk by Powell.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Giles. Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. And it's Simons in for Lillard. A nice shot by Simons.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. We've got 13 seconds left here in the first quarter. Marjanovic finds Brunson. Back to Marjanovic. Lays it up and banks it in. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. A three from McCollum, and that one released in time, but no good.
Good at contesting without fouling. I like seeing Redick in the face of his man.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. The offensive rebound. Kanter. Deep two from Anthony. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Kanter gives your team found points off misses.
Now here's Doncic. Now here's Redick. Out to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Doncic doing a nice job showing you some sneaky explosion and athleticism on that throwdown.
Here's Simons, guarded by Doncic. And it's Simons missing. Dallas leading by 4. On the wing, Hardaway. Defended by Jones. Powell dishes to Doncic. They get the rebound. Outside for Redick. Fires the three. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Simons surveying the D. Out to Anthony. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. And here's Doncic from the arc. The Mavericks rebound. Outside, Redick. There's the three. And Kanter pulls it down.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
A three from McCollum. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Count the basket.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. Here's Simons. And here's McCollum for 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Up top, Doncic. Kicks it to Redick. Over McCollum. Here's Cauley Stein, and the bank shot is good. Cauley Stein's got 6.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's Simons, guarded by Doncic. Redick against McCollum. Shot clock at 5. He feeds it to Cantor. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Doncic. Second chance shot. Out to Hardaway. Takes a 3. Cauley Stein. The tip in on the offensive rebound. Cauley Stein's got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
And have not had as much success in the paint this quarter. Everything has been from the perimeter.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for McCollum. Now here's Brunson. No points in the game yet for him. Some nice passing here by Dallas. There's the pass to Cauley Stein. It's good.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Lillard against Brunson. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 5 there thanks to the basket from Damian Lillard.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to right out of the gates. It was Dallas setting the tone. They launched into a 6-0 run. And that's
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Willie Cauley Stein.
And what a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
Well, you know what? They've given him an increased role tonight, and he's taken full advantage of it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Dallas, Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then it's Willie Cauley Stein. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Now here's Richardson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Throws it up high. Picked off in midair. And here's the fast break. Covington kicks to Giles. Kicks it out to Lillard. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. I'm going to agree with you. 3 on the clock.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proven to be a reliable passer.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Lillard surveying the D. Pass to Nurkic. Powell with it. Lillard outside. Beyond the arc. Nice D from Doncic.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the board, we're certainly seeing the effort.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Powell kicks to Lillard. Fires the 3. They get it back. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Doncic against Lillard. Out to Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Covington. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Lillard left side. For the tie. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
1:52 left in the third quarter. Pass to Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Marjanovic has got 6.
You know, with that kind of height mismatch, you've got to send help defensively.
Lillard with it. He has 6 from past the arc. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now here's Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. He kicks to Powell. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Giles. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Jones finds McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. Good, nice job down low. 8 points for him.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
Powell, the pass to Cauley Stock. Drops in the layup for 2.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
McCollum outside. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's foul number 2 for him. It could go. No good. And we've reached the end of the third. The Mavericks on top. They lead by 4 from Portland. We're back in a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Giles. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Here's Melly. Clock at 4. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Hardaway. And the wing jumper offline.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock the
ball.
My goodness.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
Here's Cauley Stein. Richardson against McCollum. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Stolen by Brunson. Pass break, Dallas. Reverses. And there's Richardson on the assist from Cauley Stein. And now a 6-point Maverick lead. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And Portland making a change here. Cantor's checked in. Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Here's Simons. Brunson covering. A fader. Cantor trying to free himself up. And it's Simons missing. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. A great fourth quarter. Just giving up 2 points. Bangs home the trifecta.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on them.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Here's Richardson. The Blazers getting the bucket. He dishes it to Cauley Stein. 5 to shoot. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. So for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. A different look for Dallas. Doncic against Lillard. From deep. No good that time.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here.
Here's Doncic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Now, here's Cantor. Back to Lillard from deep. And he's good on the 3-ball.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Doncic against Lillard. Passes to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. And 2 free throws coming. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to have a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And here is Doncic after Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go. Finney Smith passes to Marjanovic. Porzingis goes back up with one on the clock. And the nice bucket inside from Marjanovic.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Lillard from outside. It's rebounded by Porzingis. And so here is Dallas. Redick for three. Trains the three-pointer. And now a 12-point Maverick lead.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And that's Dame showing that competitive side. Loves a good duel, especially from range.
That's his first personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And both free throws good for Redick.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McCollum, no good. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. The pass to Marjanovic. And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That's his first foul of the game. In the bonus, we'll go to the free throw line. No good on that one. And he's good on the second.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
And a deep three from Lillard. It's rebounded by Dallas. And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two. And he knocks down the first one. Second free throw, no good. Lillard fires away from way outside. Can't connect. So we see the Mavericks taking the win. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. They've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac. Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. And there's Jackson, and it's George in at the 2 spot. And for Dallas, Cauley Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Nice shot by Porzingis. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Now, here's Richardson. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Pass to Porzingis. Paul George with the steal. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go, all the way. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And we're already seeing a little rhythm out of this offense. They've hit 3 out of 4 so far.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Here's Porzingis. It's hauled in by Zubac.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Rocket 6. Here's George. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, George dishes to Jackson. Passes it to Zubats. Back to Jackson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
You know, he was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Patterson, he's checked in for Zubats. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for George.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Kennard's shot is off. Mavericks trailed by 3. Outside, Redick. Pass to Marjanovic. Outside, Hardaway. Back to Marjanovic. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Rondo against Redick. Patterson. Powell pulls it in. For Dallas, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter, and the basket is good.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson, staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Brunson with it, still looking for his first bucket in this one. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Now here's Rondo. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Got to respect the attacking mindset of Rondo. Always looking to go right to the cup.
Rondo against Brunson. He dishes it to Powell. Shoots over Patterson. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Clippers leading by 3. Here's Morris. Outside for Jackson. Knocks down the 3 ball. Jackson's got 7 points.
You know, a little inconsistent from deep when he first entered the league. Jackson now an emerging 3-point threat.
It's stolen by Morris. The shot that time not on target. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Clippers. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it's...
this game, it's...
You know this, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Doncic and Hardaway at the 2 and the 3. Marjanovic is out there with Powell, and it's Brunson in at the point guard position.
That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
Porzingis, he's checked in for Dallas. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Oturu's got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now here's Hardaway. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. On the wing, Doncic. 4 on the shot clock. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
He's just adept at gutting the defense in these sets. Give Doncic a passing lane, and he'll thread the needle.
Here's Batum. Nice D from Porzingis. Stripped it away. The pass to George. And he comes up with the deuce.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And here's Brunson. Pass to Porzingis. Doncic outside. Tips it up. Porzingis on the foul. Porzingis has got 4 this quarter.
And what a motor. Porzingis is an all-star talent who is also willing to do the dirty work.
Rondo passes to Oturu. Back to Rondo. Shoots the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Rondo's got 5 points so far. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Richardson in for Jalen Brunson. Here's George after Luka Doncic's bucket. Outside Jackson. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
Doncic against Zubac. Basket counts.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Clippers leading by 11. Jackson kicks to George. George double teamed. Jackson passes to George. Here's Zubac. Outside for George. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Burke, he's checked in for Doncic. And the Clippers making a switch here. Burke, the pass to Cauley-Stein. And finished off by Kristaps Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Now here's Jackson. Burke covering. Oturu. Porzingis with the block. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Here's Burke. And easy 2 points on the layup. Burke's got his first 2 points.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
A pass to Porzingis. It's deflected. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Morris with the ball.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They lead by 9 points. Shaq, what? And
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Basketball 101. You've got to put a body on him. Unfortunately, that's a fundamental that's gone by the wayside.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Luke Kennard out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Coffey in at the 3 spot. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. No good with the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Morris with the bucket.
An efficient scorer inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Here's Doncic. To the paint. It's stolen by Morris. Now Kennard. And it's off from three-point range. They're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
I think it's be a mistake to let the shot clock get under 10 seconds from here on out. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Jackson down low, guarded by Marjanovic. Here's Zubac. Doncic with the block.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays. Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis comes in for Marjanovic. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Doncic against Rondo. Pass to Kennard. That one's not going to go. Good work defensively by Richardson. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 13-point game.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Trey Burke comes in for Josh Richardson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Luka Doncic. Oturu, the pass to Kennard. Fires the three. But they recover it. From deep three-point range, the shot by Rondo is no good.
I'm not sure if anyone on the team has the green light from there. Definitely not him.
It's the kind of shot that gives hero ball a bad name and causes your coach to consider another line of work.
Mavericks trail by 13. Down low. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And a five-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career. yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Redick against Rondo. Outside, Batum. Great look, but off the mark. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Outside for Rondo. Outside Leonard. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic comes in for Porzingis. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Hardaway. And the Clippers making a change here. Now here's Burke, defended by George.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Dallas shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. First free throw is good. Mavericks making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. Burke hits them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Clippers leading by 9. George looking over the floor. Pass to Oturu. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Low block shot. And it's in off the backboard. Marjanovic has got 6. 9 seconds left here in the third quarter. And stolen by Burke. Here's Doncic. And he banks in the layup.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
And so it's Los Angeles headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. We've got Doncic. Dwight Powell is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Doncic with the steal. Pushing it up. Here's Brunson. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And great steal and look ahead there. Compared to most guys his age, Doncic sees the game at another level.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Jackson against Doncic. And Jackson gets it to go. And the Clippers lead by 5.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. The drive by Doncic. Kleber finds Doncic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Richardson comes in for Jalen Brunson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Doncic. And it's George finishing it off.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. It's good on the putback.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Jackson with it. And there's the pass to Zubac. Back to Jackson. Outside Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Now here's Cauley Stein. Powell down low. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Powell. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. George against Richardson. And that one's good, George. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Jackson against Redick. Pass to Powell. Oturu with the rebound. Oturu's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Zingas, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Doncic is subbed in for J.J. Redick. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Here's Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 6 assists in the game.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
The shot by George, wide open. Nailed from three-point land. George has got 7 points here in this quarter. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Out to Hardaway. Now Marjanovic. Defended by Batum. Not as good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Marjanovic.
He got the ball in perfect position, went up over the smaller defender, and laid it in for a big bucket.
George against Richardson. George passes to Jackson.
Being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Hardaway kicks to Marjanovic. They double him with George. Marjanovic, no good. Clippers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Doncic against Jackson. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. 6 on the shot clock. He can't hit that time. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul.
And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Hardaway. The layup missed. Now the Mavericks with it, trailing by 4.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
And George kicks to Jackson. And he commits the intentional foul.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Big moment at the line. As poised as you get, this thing is done.
Redick with the 3. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. This, David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. the bustling city of Portland. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the 1. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the 3. A putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
Now here's Jackson. Outside, Batum. Off target with the open look.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Covington. Now the pass to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. The shot by Lillard. Wide open. Good on the three-point shot.
There's never going to be hesitation from Lillard on his catch-and-shoot opportunities. His confidence through the roof on those.
And George kicks to Jackson. A shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. 6 feet out. Lillard against George. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. And here's Covington. Shot clock at 6. The putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Playing with such physicality on the offensive glass. I mean, Nurkic, awesome and slammy, misses in.
For the Clippers, it's been a slow start here. Looking for their first basket of the game. George passes to Jackson. Now, here's Zubac. Back to Jackson. They need this. And the layup is good.
Wow, and Jackson is just crafty down inside. He has such a quick release that even taller defenders can't get to it in time.
Lillard outside. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Clippers. Now here's Powell. Portland needs to get off a shot. Stolen by George. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball.
Man, the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Simons surveying the D. And he slams it one-handed.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Leonard. 1:44 left to play in the first. Outside, Batum kicks it out to Leonard. And Cantor pulls it down.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything it can.
Anthony can't hit.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the lane. Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
And the Clippers making a change here. The Clippers shooting their first free throw this game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. He clearly has something left to offer.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Oh, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Now here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's Simons. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
It's his first trip to the line.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Now here's Rondo, and the layup's good off the glass.
Well, a guy that simply brings toughness to the hardwood. Rondo, he isn't bothered by a little contact.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Simons. Lobs it up for Cantor. It's stolen by Rondo. Here's the break. Here's Coffey. And Jones sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Here's Coffey. Up and in on the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Lillard fires away from way outside.
Well, I'll tell you this. When Rondo is zeroed in defensively, he can be a stopper.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked.
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Jackson. Kennard is out there with Morris. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's Mann in at the 2 guard. And here's Jackson following the 3-pointer by C.J. McCollum. Kennard, the pass to Patterson. And yes, it's good. Patterson's got his second basket of the game. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those 2 guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
And go figure is right. Lillard misses.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range, just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
And Anthony sends it back. Lillard outside. It's Covington on the wing. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
It's easy to admire Covington. Even when the defense gets rough with him, he stays with him.
Jackson against Lillard. Jackson passes to Patterson. Misses off the right eye. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Nurkic checked in for Portland. Derek Jones comes in for Anthony. Now here's Covington. Following the shot by Patrick Patterson. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Stolen by Zubac.
That's going to be an easy bucket if he doesn't get his hand to that pass. Well defended.
Batum. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
Oh, and really, Batum is so fast driving inside. The D's in a tough spot when he's going strong to the basket.
And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And it's McCollum off the drive. And that one is good. McCollum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And McCollum is remarkably quick. Love seeing him put it on the deck and finish at the rim.
George dishes to Rondo. Outside for George. 6 on the shot clock. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Los Angeles shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And, you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
Now here's Lillard. Kicks it out to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Jacks up a 3. Unable to get that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. The finish, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Now here's Covington. Batum with the steal. All alone, and Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game changers. He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing them.
Rondo, good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. They trail by 6. Covington passes to Nurkic. Takes it out to Covington. Lillard against Rondo. Lock at 6. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Stolen by George. Leonard dishes to Batum. Back to Leonard. Knocks it loose. Stolen by McCollum. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And now Covington running the floor all by himself.
Oh, the quick feet of Covington. He excels in getting out there on the break and finding ways to capitalize.
Los Angeles leading by 4. George passes to Batum. Back to George. Batum wide open. He fights. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Some good moments from both. And that.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Paul George really making a difference here.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. A great job defensively so far.
And Los Angeles guys shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Giles is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Little. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Powell in at the 2-guard position. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. It's Jackson with the drive. Can't hit from in close.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now here's Powell. Here's Giles. Nurkic trying to get open. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Giles. Here's Los Angeles now. Powell with the steal. Here's Giles, covered by Morris. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Oh, and when there's an open man, Jackson finds him, making it look very easy.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Nurkic has got 6 points.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Outside for George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Near the three-point line, it's Morris, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot before second violation. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Giles. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Little. And it's Simons in for Lillard. McCollum outside. For the tie, here's Cantor. Out to Anthony. It's stolen by Morris. Kennard against Powell. Kennard, the pass to Patterson. Here's Mann. Back to Patterson. Pass to Jackson. Powell with the steal. Here's Simons. Kennard covering. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Here's Jackson. And McCollum with the block. They get it back. Here's Mann. He's guarded by McCollum. 6 to shoot. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mention.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Outside Jackson to the middle. Here's Oturu and plenty of and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now Kennard, following the miss by Marcus Morris from deep. Kennard, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Enes Kanter. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite too, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Cantor. And it's Derrick Jones in for C.J. McCollum. And here's Anthony for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Now a veteran in this league, the team does a little bit of everything, including offer guidance and support for his young team.
For Los Angeles, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line. 6 for 6. A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Anthony, and Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Now, here's Lillard. From 17 feet out, Oturu with the rebound. Clippers leading by 6. Batum with the ball. Now guarded by Nurkic. Pass to Coffey. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And the Clippers miss again. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Three-pointer, Lillard. Rondo with the rebound.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Lillard attacking. Covington wide open. He fires. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Got it off in time, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Los Angeles. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Trailblazers trail by 6. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Batum. Rajon Rondo is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the center. And the basket by Lillard.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And Los Angeles guys shooting well. 50% from the floor. Powell against George. From the arc. The shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Three-pointer, Lillard. Batum grabs the miss.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No.
Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Nice. And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Now here's Powell. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Giles comes in for Derek Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Powell. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And that one is off. Los Angeles leading by 6. From deep, George. A three-pointer is right on target.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
Lillard from outside. The Clippers grab the miss. From past the arc. George, no good. Trailblazers have gone 104 since the end of the third quarter. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Rajon Rondo. Now here's Jackson. In the corner, it's Morris. Los Angeles with another miss. Trailblazers trail by 9. Takes it out to Covington. Lillard against Jackson. A three from McCollum. They grab their own miss. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Zubats with it, now defended by McCollum. Jackson, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Jackson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Gets the look he wants and still no look. Tough night for him.
That's a 2 from Lillard. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 5 rebounds tonight. Morris kicks to Jackson. Inside. Sweet move. And it's Zubats laying it in. And now an 11-point Clipper lead.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up. Now, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Morris outside. On the wing, George. Buries it from three-point range. George has got 6 here in this quarter.
And look how quick on the draw George is. The moment he's got the ball, he's in motion for the shot.
Now here's McCollum. Lillard from outside. Lillard again missing.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Leonard on the wing, covered by Lillard. Leonard looking around. 5 on the clock. George finds Leonard. The rebound by Giles. The Trailblazers shooting 41% for the game.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Clippers.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for George.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
And that one's good, Leonard.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this one.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
But they get it back. Zubac kicks to Leonard. And another shot. And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the Clippers winning this one easily. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. And thanks for tuning in to the NBA on short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for Dallas, Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward.
Has tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get from him. I think the talk about Porzingis being soft on the inside might be a little misguided. He's playing pretty hard right now.
Here's Lillard. Cauley-Stein grabs the board.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Out to Porzingis. Fires from deep. Come on. And it's Portland with the rebound. Lillard attacking. Cullen passes to Lillard. Again the miss by Lillard. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's the dish to CLA Stein. The pass to Richardson. Back to CLA Stein. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Good D by Covington. Powell dishes to Lillard. Shoots over Doncic. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Porzingis finds Richardson. Back to Porzingis. Lots of room. That shot misses. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Lillard. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Man, at the point guard position, are you kidding me? Explosive scoring ability and body control. That results in a bucket and a free throw.
Mavericks making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Good hands by Lillard. You cannot get lazy or he'll pick your pocket and go the other way.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. Over McCollum. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Trailblazers leading by 5. Powell, the pass to McCollum. And stolen by Richardson. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. And Covington sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Marjanovic comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Portland also making some changes. Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. The shot's good from Cantor. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy. He would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Here's Brunson after Enes Kanter's basket. Hardaway finds Marjanovic. Anthony on the double team. Marjanovic, no good. And it's Jones with the ball for Portland, leading by 5.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Passes it to Brunson. Back to Redick. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Over McCollum. And Cantor pulls it down.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Brunson with a clean look, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
And stolen by Redick. Now Brunson. Hardaway dishes to Powell. Redick for 3, and that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And that does it for the first quarter. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from the inner.
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Portland, Derek Jones is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1.
Well, you got quicks, you got instincts, and you got aggression. Damian Lillard capable of taking over just about any time he wants.
Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
This is his third trip to the free throw line.
And last year, excellent at the free throw line, just a shade under 90%. Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Now, here's Doncic. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Redick. From deep. He's off on that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. Nurkic with it. Hardaway picks him up. Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
Well, he can shoot the three, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
Redick with the 3. Portland grabs the miss. Kanter's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Portland with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. The putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Doncic finds Hardaway. Back to Redick. The 3 ball. Redick can't get that one to fall.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
He gets that one.
Well, the defense having a hard time keying on Lillard right now because he's trying to make some plays, so keeping them honest.
Here's Doncic. The Blazers getting the bucket. The shot from the low post is good.
And providing the score, boy, they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by Portland.
Lillard against Doncic. Makes it off the glass. Lillard's got 8 points in the quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And the wide open shot from Redick. Off target from 3-point range.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Redick after the made shot from Robert Covington. Hardaway with a wide open look. Off target from outside.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Fast break, here we go. A floater, up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Capitalizing on the error, grinding out points, you gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's gonna do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
Now here's Lillard. 15 points in the game. The shot's good. Nurkic has got 8 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And that one's good. Doncic.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Hardaway against Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Lillard against Hardaway. And Lillard kicks to Kanter. From deep 3-point range, Doncic with the steal. It's Redick on the wing. Marjanovic, no good. Trailblazers leading by 16. Here's Covington. doesn't get it to drop for him. Good D by Hardaway. They push it up 4 on 3. Redick with the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Powell with the steal. The Mavericks another fast break chance right here. Here's Doncic. And another basket for Dallas.
And he's such a polished shooter. You can't give Doncic these kinds of opportunities or he's going to burn you.
Lillard attacking, and he banks in the layup. Lillard's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He ended up with 19 points, 4 assists, and that'll do it.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
They've got Porzingis. Richardson is out there with Doncic. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Mavericks trail by 15. Doncic with it. He kicks it to Cauley-Stein. Left side, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis finishing strong that time. No doubt about that one.
Doncic against Lillard. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
It's Richardson on the wing. Doncic against Lillard. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Shoots over Lillard. Porzingis, great positioning on the putback.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Cans it from downtown. And the Trailblazers lead by 14. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Doncic. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleber's checked in. Portland also making some changes. Anthony comes in for Harry Giles. And it's Simons in for Lillard. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Emphatic with the rejections. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Well, that's a go-to for CJ. He looks to spray it from three-point line as much as he possibly can.
Kleber, the pass to Cauley-Stein. Here's Doncic. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's slammed in by Jones.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Here's Porzingis. And that one hits back iron.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what we're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
There's the pass to Doncic. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Doncic has got 8 points.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Portland.
Ollie Stein finds Porzingis. Doncic outside. Pulls up. High post. Tips it. Porzingis on the foul. Porzingis has got 6 in the quarter.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
And it's McCollum off the drive. Here's Jones. He can't get that one. And it's Dallas the other way. To the inside. Out to Porzingis. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And Portland with a change here, too. Cantor's checked in, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Here's Marjanovic, and that one goes long. Trailblazers leading by 19. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Hardaway with the steal. It's tipped. Stolen by McCollum. Oh, McCollum in position. And Portland with another turnover here.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Marjanovic. From down in the low post, it goes. Marjanovic has got 6 points. The Trailblazers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And here's Brunson. Passes it to Marjanovic. Now here's Hardaway. With 1 on the clock, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one's on Anthony.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of this game. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Lillard. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Trailblazers. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Damian Lillard. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Anthony. And it's Powell in at the 2 spot. Out to Anthony. He gets it in there.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by Anthony. Lillard's got 23 points.
Well, he's capable of lighting a fuse and putting on a fireworks show. He'll do it in any building. Tonight he's got it going.
Here's Porzingis. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
One thing about Lillard is he can go with either hand when he's attacking the rim, and that makes it very difficult to defend.
Dallas calls timeout. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this area at this time?
Well, like, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. that wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Well, the closer Porzingis gets to the basket, the more aggressive he becomes, and for good reason. He's going to get fouled.
And both free throws good for Porzingis. Trailblazers leading by 17 on the inbound, and that one's good. Lillard.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Doncic outside. Inside is Porzingis, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
In general, Porzingis' size is problematic. The D is not going to have any option but to foul him.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively. Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
Well, that's an exclamation point right there. Lillard is a natural-born finisher.
Doncic against Lillard. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Doncic, no good. Trailblazers leading by 20. Lillard from outside. Portland with a new 14. That shot is off. For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. They get it back. Shot clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Lillard just a menace when he's driving inside. Forces the D to act, which is why he gets those calls.
Marjanovic checked in for Cauley-Stein. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Lillard way outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 15 points in just the second half.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Trailblazers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Lillard.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Deflects the pass, and it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're up by 23. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Richardson gets a wide-open look. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory. And a couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And there's Porzingis. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for Los Angeles, we've got Reggie Jackson. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Stolen by Zubac. Now here's Leonard. He's guarded closely.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
Finney-Smith passes to Richardson. To the paint. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Doncic outside. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And finished off by Leonard.
And then Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Doncic feeling it out. Passes to Porzingis. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. The layup off target. The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And here's Leonard from 3. That shot off the mark. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Down low. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. Now the pass to Leonard. Porzingis with the block. Richardson gets a wide open look. Good on the triple.
Yeah, the shot from Richardson looks smooth and effortless. His team did a nice job setting him up there.
Jackson against Doncic. Outside for Batum. Hey, Greg, you've played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Here's Porzingis. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Shot clock at 2 over Jackson. Beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall. Clippers leading by 3. And here they go. George, that's a 2-pointer. And it's good off the back rim and in.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional. Catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
Here's Doncic. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
He's trying to get it going offensively, but right now just 1 of 4 to start.
Richardson against George. High post, Zubac. Leonard on the wing. The dish now to George. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now here's Porzingis. Up top, Doncic. And he drops it in from the low post. Doncic has got his second basket.
Boy, such a soft release on this difficult shot. Doncic is a master at knowing how and when to use that shot.
Richardson against George. And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the contest. And that one misses. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. 23 seconds left to play here in the first. A 3 from Morris. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They trail by 1. Here's Marjanovic. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. The Clippers have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight. The free throw drops for Rondo.
You know, I still think Rondo is a great role player in the league. He knows he's out there to distribute the ball and provide leadership on the floor, and he does both really well.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Clippers lead getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Luke Kennard out there with Marcus Morris. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's man in at the 2-guard. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Redick with the rebound. The Mavericks trail it. Powell, the pass to Brunson. Here's man. And he dunks it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where one or two possessions can impact the outcome.
Here's Redick after the basket by Los Angeles. Just 3 to shoot. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
Rondo on top. Brunson covering. Rondo, no good.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Pass to Powell. Back to Hardaway. To the middle. Wants to get it to Powell, and does. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Boy, very easy that time for Powell. He's not going to miss that one.
Outside Rondo. Count it.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter.
And Clark, although he's not the force he once was on the floor, Rajon Rondo still can give you strong minutes in bursts.
Greg, I tell you what, I love watching this guy work. I know his double-digit assist days are long in his rearview mirror, but this dude still knows how to run a team, and he is ideal for leading your second unit because he's an orchestrator, a facilitator, a playmaker, and guys love playing with him. You can just feel how guys enjoy playing with Rondo running the show.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Mavericks making the shot. And a wide open look for Rondo. Redick with the rebound.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zinkas, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Coley Stein comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Richardson, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Now, here's Doncic. And they pick up 2.
Boy, that jump shot is wet. Hold this, says Doncic. Any kind of airspace, and he's knocking that down.
George passes to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Zubac in the post. No good on that one. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. On the wing, Doncic. It's Richardson on the wing. It's tipped. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the half. Yep, it counts. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Doncic against Jackson. Good work there as it goes.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 6. Over Cauley Stein. Tries again. Outside for Jackson. Zubac the pass to George. Clock at 6. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
And so it's tied as we head to half. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At its highest, their lead. And that'll...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Doncic in at the point. Here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It's on Luka Doncic.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
Now, here's Doncic. Here's Marjanovic. Oh, that was terrific!
My goodness!
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys. Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Jackson against Doncic. Here's Porzingis. Lays it up and banks it in. Porzingis has got his first basket.
Well, you can't allow Porzingis to get this positioning, guys. I mean, he's too big and skilled, and he showed it there.
Here's George. And stolen by Richardson. Porzingis with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Jackson against Doncic. Kicks to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot over Jackson. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They lead by 1.
Well, you really have to like how George uses his body effectively down low there. I mean, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him in that situation.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Patterson comes in for Nicholas Batum. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Hardaway comes in for Maxi Kleber. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Now here's Brunson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Marjanovic kicks to Brunson. Redick with the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Nobody near George. And the Clippers miss again.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Marjanovic down low. Patterson defending. Marjanovic, no good. Clippers leading by 3. Leonard attacking. Good on the bucket. Leonard's got 8 points.
Tell you what, guys, the aggressiveness on defense just hasn't been there this half, not like it was in the first.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Now, here's Redick. Here's Powell. And the layup falls. He has 6.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Now Rondo. Out to Morris. Here's Oturu. Guarded by Marjanovic. Here's Coffey. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Oturu's got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Here's Morris. And foul on the shot. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Hardaway. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Here's Rondo, leading by 5. Here's Oturu, outside for Rondo. 46 seconds left to play in the third. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Mavericks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Doncic passes to Cauley Stein. Morris with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 5. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
And so he makes both from the line. Mavericks trail by 7. Doncic outside. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Well, a main weapon in Doncic's attack. He really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
Passes it to Mann. Rondo kicks to Batum. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. No good on the last second attempt there. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Los Angeles on. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. They've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. And there's Jackson, and it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proving to be a reliable passer.
George against Richardson.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now, here's Doncic. Dishes it to Cauley Stein. Back to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Leonard dishes to Batum. Leonard against Doncic. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. There's the lob to the hoop, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Richardson against George. All sorts of time, and good. Got the Ingles that time as it falls. And the Clippers lead by 5. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And Doncic, here we go. Great D that time from Batum.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that. Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Here's Doncic. Paul George making his last shot. Doncic passes to Richardson. A pass to Porzingis. An emphatic LU jam.
And guys, they know he's going to finish off the lob in style. Porzingis and his teammates connecting on target.
Now here is George. Jackson from long range. They get it again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Zubac has got the lead up to 7 now for Los Angeles.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Inside, and the rejection by Zubac. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Now, here's George. Outside Leonard. Back to Zubac. Just 5 on the clock. Top of the key. Leonard, no luck. Mavericks trail by 7. A pass to Porzingis. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Knowing his team needs a hoop, Porzingis says, I'll get it done.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Outside Jackson. To the inside. Here's Zubac. The shot missing. Now Dallas takes it the other way. And he commits the intentional foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Batum's checked in. 1:16 left to play here in the fourth. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Doncic.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Now, here's George. Inside, here's Zubac. Porzingis with the block. Outside for George. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Clippers with the ball. Second chance effort.
Boy, Doncic showing some nice energy there, challenging that shot on defense. Well done.
Dallas moving the ball around. Got a piece of it. Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
A different look for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. George with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. Oh, wow, unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up a shot clock violation.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You don't want to force it, though. Still need to get a quality look.
So it's the Clippers taking the... Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to...